Okay, so the topic is the best way to travel is in a group led by a tour guide. Agree or disagree? Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so let's see your introduction paragraph. I disagree with the statement that the best way to travel is in a group with a tour guide. It is because that traveling alone or with acquaintance, okay? So here, it's because traveling alone or with an acquaintance, okay? Don't forget the article. Without a tour guide is also a good way to enjoy a trip. Furthermore, we do not have to follow whatever the tour guide has planned. By planning ourselves, we can go wherever we want to go. Finally, if we go trip without a tour guide, we can more experience the culture where we go than having a trip with a guide. Okay, so right here, finally, if we go without a tour guide, we can experience the culture of our destination more. Okay, so use the word destination instead of saying where we go. Okay. First of all, traveling in a group with a guide would be one good way. So here you wrote a and one. Okay, just use either one. Okay, it would be a good way to have a trip, but I can't say it is the best way. All right, so here try to avoid using contraction words like can't or don't in an essay. Instead, write the word in full, like cannot. So I cannot say it is the best way. Okay, actually this is not a good topic sentence, but I just left it because for now I just left it. Okay, there must be some disadvantage of having some disadvantages. Okay, there are some disadvantages of following a tour guide, such as having to wake up in a hurry. Okay, wake up in a hurry is a little bit weird. Wake up early. Let's say having to wake up early. Okay, instead of saying in a hurry, let's say having to wake up early. Okay, or eat whatever local food the tour guide has chosen. Okay. Okay, so wake up. Okay, so eating local food, whatever the tour guide has chosen. Right. Okay, so here has chosen. Therefore, under the instruction of a tour guide, we cannot fully enjoy our trip. Okay, makes sense? All right, the next paragraph. Okay, so moreover, if we don't go, so here, same thing, don't use the contraction form of the word do not. Okay, so if we do not go with a guide, we can plan our travel schedule by ourselves. It might take some time. Okay, so don't write times. Okay, it might take some time to plan the whole schedule, but if you use the word however like this in the middle of the sentence, it looks more like you're trying to say however here, like however it might take some time, like that. Okay, so instead of using however here, the right conjunction to use is but. Okay, so it might take some time to plan the whole schedule, but we can choose where to go and what to eat. Okay, not where we go and what we eat. Okay, so where to go and what to eat. We do not have to get ourselves exhausted by following the schedule planned by a tour guide. Okay, so let's look at what you wrote. You wrote, we do not have to follow the schedule by a tour guide that makes us exhausted at the end of at the end of the trip. Okay, so this is a more this is a better expression. Okay, better way of saying what you just said. Yeah, it sounds better. This is why having a trip with a guide is not the best way. Okay, so I just left that like that. Okay, so I actually liked your idea here. Good explanation. You can also say something like, sometimes we make detailed plans for our trip, but once we get there, we have second thoughts and decide to do something totally different. If we travel in a group package with a tour guide, then we are forced to follow the agenda even if we do not want to. Okay. Pretty much the same thing as what you said. Lastly, we can more experience. So the word more, this is at a wrong place. Okay, this should be at the back. Experience more, not more experience. We can experience more. Okay, so lastly, we can. I actually changed the expression totally. We can immerse ourselves in local culture. Okay, say in the local culture. Okay, so we can immerse ourselves in the local culture if we travel by ourselves without a tour guide. It is because most of trips that are planned by a guide are very busy. Okay, so here you might want to explain why it's so busy. Okay, so you said these trips are usually very busy, and you said it wouldn't afford time to experience the culture and feel the mood of the land where we go. Okay, so this is a little bit this expression is little bit off. Okay, so I changed it by saying their schedules are mostly focused on visiting as many tourist attractions as possible in a limited time, so we cannot have enough time to experience the culture and soak into the mood of the places we go. Okay. As can be seen from this, traveling without a tour guide can be the best way to go on a trip. All right. Okay. To conclude, although some thinks, you wrote thinks right here, right? But some, this word, refers to some people. So it should actually take on a plural verb for plural nouns. Okay. So although some think the best way to travel is in a group led by a tour guide, I disagree. Okay. I disagree. You said, okay, so let's take a look at mine. So I disagree. In fact, the best way to have a trip is without a guide. So this is your thesis. Okay. The reason is we can customize our trip to maximize the fun. Maximize the fun. Additionally, by going on a trip by ourselves, we will be able to truly feel the local culture. Okay. All right, if you have any questions, you can ask me privately, and I will tell you, I will answer your questions. All right.